Already seriously hit the button. We're live.
No!
Well, you better hurry up.
Ah!
With a pair of unprepared gentlemen, we are 5Alive. I am Bobby T.
I am Martin.
And I'm Krizza.
And today we're talking wrestling as always. It is
Wrestling!
Wednesday night. It was a mild week.
Yes.
Very interesting.
Mild, interesting news-wise.
Yeah, a lot of news. What happened on scene didn't really...
Yeah, very, meh. Some developments, but nothing crazy and nothing unforeseen.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly stuff that we knew was coming down the pike. So, yeah. So, do you want to just jump right into it?
Yeah, I guess we'll start by always saying like, share, and subscribe. As always, actually tonight we're going to do a little bit of a giveaway. We had a double of that Ryu.
Yes. That
we had opened up. So we actually have, this is this year's Black Friday box. It is Ryu with the matching lanyard and a pair of Batman socks. And I'm not going to lie, totally wearing the Batman socks right now. So nice. They're actually pretty comfortable socks. Sweet. But we're giving that away. We got to figure out how we're going to give that away. I haven't really figured out that part yet. Maybe a little piece of trivia about the show so that you can't just go to Wikipedia and have it real fast. But yeah, like, share, and subscribe. As always, we have Gingerbeard. Big shout out to him right now. He took over our Twitter. He's taking care of that. He's already doing a great job. Good man. He did some live tweeting of Raw. Oh. A whole bunch of stuff about Alexa Bliss.
Nice. That's
terrible. Cause,
he's already number one in my book now.
Which is hilarious because she wasn't involved in Raw pretty much
at
all.
Not at all. Yeah, it was a pretty... Alright, so let's give it the quick sound check to see if we got volume. We do.
And then, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Speaking of Alexa Bliss, it looks like you've missed an opportunity here with her belt. I mean, why is she just...
Is it you want it across the shoulders? Is that what you're going for?
It should be.
I'm saying you missed an opportunity. She should be having all of the belts.
You know what the problem is that I actually, I got to find... There's a Becky figure coming out, and it's going to come with the blue belt.
It only makes sense that you take it away from Becky to give it to Alexa.
Yeah. I took this one from Sasha,
that makes sense.
That hasn't. That's only kind of like metaphorical. She didn't physically take it from her.
She took it from Bayley.
But she's keeping it away from Sasha.
I think she kicked Bayley's mother when she did it.
Possibly. Did she seriously? I think she won it in San Jose.
She won it in San Jose.
Oh my God.
Once again, hey, you're a face. Time for you to lose in your hometown.
So stepping out of kayfabe, that kills me because I do love Bayley, and I am a somewhat lone San Jose Sharks fan in Hamden, Connecticut. So that hurts. That's the tank.
Her T-shirt for that pay-per-view was awesome too.
There you go.
Yeah, it's a real shame. Again, I don't know what Vince's hard on is for when you're in your hometown and a face, and losing the belt.
Yeah, I don't understand.
If I was AJ, I'd look out the next time I'm in Atlanta.
Just saying. So Gingerbeard's actually chiming in. He says Bliss was out there for commentary for a hot second. Yeah, that was pretty much it.
Yeah, no, I have it here.
I wanted to see some fists to faces, son.
Yeah, I unfortunately was out of commission.
Oh shit!
What?
Our camera's kind of crooked right now. It's really kind of funny actually, and it makes it look like we are in Batman, 1960s Batman. That's what that looks.
Yeah.
Could you see it?
Oh yeah.
Oh, nice.
A little zany, so Biff Bam Pow and whatnot. I guess.
You're not gonna fix that.
No, and we even got Harleys.
Right.
So we'll figure out how we're gonna give this away. Maybe if we get to 10 people watching tonight, we'll give a little trivia question about some of our past funnies.
Exactly.
At least recent past. I mean, I know we haven't had a lot of subscribers. The ones that watch are some of our newer ones. So, do you want to go to Starrcade?
We can talk about what happened over the weekend. So Starrcade happened. It was a live WWE live show in Greensboro, North Carolina, which was where typically Starrcade took place. When for WCW, it was a very big '80s, '90s show created by Dusty Rhodes.
As always.
So, to honor Dusty, they they did a standalone Starrcade. It was a house show, but they had a lot of special guests. Dustin Rhodes came back. He wrestled under The Natural.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, Goldust came out in his original gear.
And he came out originally as Goldust. And said, then the start of the Shattered Dreams Productions came up, and then shattered, and then the Natural started playing. And he took his
awesome.
gear off, and he came off. He walked up in his, his Dustin Rhodes gear, which is essentially just street clothes.
Yeah.
Pretty much, with he's got the cowboy boot wrestling boots, which we haven't seen in years. Doesn't Bo Dallas wear them?
I don't know, actually.
I think Bo used to wear them for a little while. He had the weird cowboy boot wrestling boots.
Not certainly. So he was there. He wrestled. Matt Hardy was there. He came out with his tag partner, his son, King Maxwell.
Nice.
That was great. Yeah.
And then who else? They had Shinsuke was there. Shinsuke did a little thing with Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
Sweet.
Charlotte was there. She did a match, a cage match. Or, I'm sorry, not a cage match. I believe it was
Was it a Punjabi prison match?
No, that would be amazing.
Jinder was not there because they wanted people to actually like the show. Excuse me. And AJ was the main event, which makes sense, as it should be. But for all intents and purposes, it was a massive success. Dolph Ziggler took a spine buster from Arn Anderson.
Yeah, I saw that. And, what a good way to just basically say, I'm pretty much finished here. Yep. I just got jobbed out to a 59-year-old dude.
Exactly. So
beautiful spine buster,
beautiful,
yeah. It was well done. So.
But, so anyways, all intents and purposes, super successful. And it looked like it's something they're going to try and do every year. So hopefully they start televising it because that would be nice.
Or you'll just have to go to Greensboro, North Carolina.
No, I would never do that. Anyways, so that was this weekend. What kind of
fan are you?
A fan who doesn't travel to the South. So, moving on. So Raw happened, obviously. It started pretty dry with the Roman. Came out, Roman starts out. I hate that because when it's IC champ.
When the first person to come out, you're about to see this person for at least 10 minutes on Raw.
Yeah.
That first 10 minutes is gonna be them talking. You see Roman Reigns and go, "Oh, come on."
Yeah, he can't. Yeah. So it was a mixed reaction at first, but then there was a "he deserves it" chant.
Nice.
And what the hell, man?
Don't understand that one.
Yeah. He cocked his fist, and the shockwave, reverberated.
Got everybody.
And then it turned everybody got hypnized, and then Roman Reigns has some kind of vampiric abilities.
So basically, what comes
down to... He's a crowd succubus. He gets stronger as there's more around.
So what it comes down to is Roman is going to be doing John Cena's Open Challenge, except he ain't John Cena.
No.
So he's
better.
He's going to be going over a bunch of lower card guys. I don't know.
So we got Kali the Gamer actually chiming in. He says... he'd love to play 2K18. It looks really cool. I haven't actually played it yet. I bought it. It is installed. It's in the Xbox. I just still haven't played.
The problem with 2K18 for Bobby T is that there's not enough 8-bit and 16-bit graphics in the game. So
there's too much latency.
Yeah.
Far too much. See, hey, now it's funny. I'm not even bringing it up anymore. It's you jerkbags. I keep bringing it up.
Anyways, the Miz Taraj comes out with Elias Sampson. Elias comes out first, and he brings out the Miz Taraj Miz Taraj comes out
really
first.
Loving Elias.
They bring out Elias,
by the way,
and it was really, really cool. And then they basically just jaw at each other, and Elias says, "I'll step up."
He's the one with the guitar, right?
Yeah, and he's like, "I'll step up. I'm taking you on tonight for the IC Championship." And Roman says, "Let's go." So that's cool. It's a lot better than the tweener Roman where he'd be like, "Oh, I don't know if I want to fight you." And he's like, I like Roman where he's a lot more straight on face. I don't like tweener dumb Roman.
It doesn't work well for me either.
So then we get Seth Rollins versus Cesaro because once again there are no other tag teams on the Raw roster. Oh wait, there are.
Yeah, it really seems like there's a huge amount of teams here, but nobody.
So it's just because they're not as good as.
So anyways,
who else?
Let's see. There's the club.
There's the club.
In there. There's
Dash and Dawson, which Dawson is hurt, which is fine.
Well, it seems like they're.
Dash is back. Oh, Dash faced off against Dustin. It was either Dash or I can't remember.
I can't remember who. One of the.
One of them was Dustin's opponent at Starrcade. Which makes sense because he's from North Carolina. But
I'm still not hearing an argument about anybody being better than the Shield. The Shield is the best.
Well, according to Vince McMahon. So yes, Kali, I'm actually playing on the Xbox One X. So
So, they mentioned, you know, Sheamus or Cesaro comes out and Seth comes out and they're by themselves. They mentioned Dean Ambrose is on his honeymoon, which is understandable. Then they mentioned the weirdest goddamn thing in the world.
Yeah, I don't. Okay, so this part I don't understand.
Annual Sheamus sabbatical.
Nice.
All right.
Like, Sheamus has got to take a month off.
He's just got to
go back to Ireland.
Well, that's what it is. He's gotten too much light. He's absorbed too much UV.
He's got to go get into an Irish cave.
Yeah, exactly.
He's got to go into his Guinness cave.
That's right. And play the tinted whistle or whatever it is Irish people do.
He's got to go play his bow ring.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
His mandolin or whatever it is.
So, it was super weird. But here's the thing. I feel weird complaining about this because this match was fucking awesome.
Yeah,
because it's Rollins and Cesaro.
And, you know, that's actually the funny part about this. As I'm sitting here watching this match, I'm going, I should be mad about this. But much like Joe Finn, I'll watch this 100 times. Like, it's got Cesaro. We're good.
I'll never be angry at this. I really hope they don't put the belts back on Roman or Rollins and Ambrose because
that would, yeah.
It seems like that's what they're driving to with this whole the Shield. You know, Roman's got his belt because they even after the match they had a talk with Rollins and he's like, yeah, he's got his belt, but it's not going to do anything because we're getting our gold back. And it's like. I really like the hot shotting of the tag team titles is really getting old.
It really is.
Let someone run with
this. This actually reminds me of just the WWF around like 89 to 91. They bounced that title around a lot.
Exactly.
You had about every month and a half or so. So from SummerSlam to WrestleMania to SummerSlam. Yeah. You don't even know who the tag team champion was going to be at certain points.
So the good guy cruiserweights meeting with Kurt, and Kurt says, "I'm going to get the cruiserweight division under control." While this whole thing with Stephanie and everyone else was going on, I let Enzo run wild. Not happening anymore. I'm doing a 4-way tonight. We're doing a 4-way next week, and the winners of that determines who Enzo faces next. So that's cool, because it's a 4-way match involving the cruiserweight, so you know it's going to be awesome.
You know it's going to be awesome. So, we're good.
Next,
it's going to be a spot fest if ever there was one.
So then Titus O'Neil's out there, and Samoa Joe comes out. So it looks like Titus is the next on Joe's hit list.
So you're the next one to get murdered. Gotcha.
So they're talking about because they're at the University of Tennessee. They're like, Titus, this is a great city for him because this is where he sacked Peyton Manning in college. I'm like, God damn, that man is old.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Then you go, wait a minute. It's like 25 years ago.
It's ridiculous. But so then Titus was stiff with Joe.
Yeah,
Joe started welting up. It was crazy.
Well, I wonder if that's just because Joe's like notoriously stiff too. So was he just kind of giving it back to him?
Who knows?
And when someone like Titus O'Neil hits you, like that's a giant dude.
Yeah.
Like all jokes aside, that guy hits you and you know it.
He's a big one. So
big enough to hold Vince McMahon back with like one hand.
So so Joe wins as is per usual, and he chokes out Titus, and then he chokes out Apollo. Nice. And honestly, if what we're driving towards is Samoa Joe choking out the entire Raw roster, I'd be 100% down.
Yeah, I'm good with that. I want to see people just get choked out. Pearl Harbor and dudes just choking them now.
So then the club come out as pitchmen again for Cyber Monday, and it's great. I love them, but like you have nothing else for them to do.
I like wrestling.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
So then they show...
Wait. You're expecting wrestling on a wrestling show?
On my wrestling show.
Yeah. That's what
I'm a dumb idiot.
So then we get the 3-on-3 women match. The 3 women who were introduced last week. Paige, Mandy Rose, and Sonya Deville versus Sasha, Mickey, and Bayley. Sasha, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No. I had a joke about non-wrestling wrestling. Mm-hmm. You know, I didn't get a chance to watch SmackDown or Raw, but I did see Total Divas.
As Martin just gets up and walks away, knocks the camera over.
Pretty soon, the WWE, it's going to be like MTV, where there's just going to be reality shows and no wrestling.
It's not funny.
Yeah, well,
it's not funny at all.
Then we can watch.
And then I will watch NXT.
Then we can watch more anime.
We can watch New Japan.
This is true too.
Yeah, we can do that. So anyways, yes, we get the 3-on-3 match. Sasha comes out first. Then they play Mickey's music, and she no-shows. Then they play Bailey's music, and then she no-shows. So then the 3 girls come out, and Paige comes out, and she's like, we are now called Absolution, and look what happened. Yeah, that name is awful, by the way. Just terrible. But then she's like, oh, what happened to Mickey? I'm sorry, this is just how she sounds.
Please stop.
This is what she sounds like to me.
It's actually weirdly bordering on racist.
Yeah,
I don't really know.
Sounds like a anyway.
It is that bad. It sounds like a.
So then so they show Mickey hurt, and then they show Bailey hurt. The best is when they show Mickey hurt, a ref slides in from out of nowhere. Like he slides in like he was about to do a 3 count.
Yeah.
It's the craziest thing ever. So they show Mickey hurt, they show Bailey hurt, and then she's like, "Oh, Sasha, you have no more friends." So they come down.
This feels like at least that means Sasha might become #1 contender here if they're making her face.
That's the whole thing. Like that's fine. This whole divide and conquer.
She's about to run into a 5-foot wall.
Dude, yeah. Boss time is nothing compared to
this time.
Yeah, exactly.
So the divide and conquer would make sense if we didn't just have a match where 2 other women were involved. Where are those 2 other women?
Mm-hmm.
Are they dead? Because Nia Jax was nowhere to be found, and neither was Foxy.
They were playing Xbox.
Yeah, yeah.
they were heading over to the Total Diva.
Yeah, exactly. They were going out to Total Divas.
And I know the whole wrestling time doesn't matter in wrestling, except for the fact that it does.
Nope.
So you
like what you like.
They give what
I tell you what to like.
They give each of the new girls time on the mic. Sonya's not very good.
No.
She's just not very good. But they beat her down, and it, like you said, it makes Sasha look good, which is good. We hope. We hope it isn't the 5-foot wall that she runs into. But here's the problem.
Dude, come on, Alexa Bliss would take her down.
You wouldn't have to be doing this with Sasha if
5 feet of bricks, maybe that's brick wall to the face.
You wouldn't have to be doing this with Sasha if you didn't spend every other moment breaking her down. Yeah.
Now the build's got to be crazy. And going back to one of your old videos, they only know how to build faces in one way, and it's the Daniel Bryan way. Yeah. So then I do. So while all this was going on, Alexa was on commentary, and this was actually super awesome for Alexa's character. I really enjoyed it. She just kind of slinked away. They showed her, kind of just I'm getting the hell out of here. That's good for the character. Exactly. No, that's what she's supposed to do. Exactly. Right. So here's the thing. The next time she wins the championship by just punching someone, that's bad for the character. It's bad for the character, but it still falls within kayfabe. Yeah. Stupid. No, it's bad for the character. Though. It is. She finally did the right thing in the slinking away.
It seems like in these 2 shows, Raw and SmackDown this week, the commentary was the best part. It really was. Alexa Bliss and the Usos. Best.
The Usos are fucking hilarious. We'll get to that. So I want to go to the chat here real quick. We got Khalil, the gamer guy, saying that the Shield doesn't need the championships again, which again we fully agree. No reason.
I disagree.
They're going to pile the gold on them. We know that this is going to happen. So then we got Mal saying they did reboot Tiger Mask for our wrestling anime needs, which is actually Figure Arts has a whole line of figures for Tiger Mask. And you know who's playing Tiger? Gorgeous. You know who's playing Tiger Mask, or who was playing Tiger Mask at GPAW? Was it T.J. Perkins, wasn't it? Kota.
Nice.
Who?
Kota Ibushi.
Really? Oh, wow.
Well, there's also Tiger and Bunny for wrestling.
That is true.
As well, so.
And then also we have Mal Y saying, and I fully agree with this, Alexa needs to come in with Nia as an enforcer. I fully agree with this.
Do the Diesel HBK thing.
That's exactly. That's right where I was going with it.
And then have Nia take the belt off her and be like, "You can't stop me. I've been keeping everyone away from you." And then you can slowly turn Alexa face. This is HBK Diesel. That's all this is. You've been pushing her as a tweet. This is the problem. They keep pushing these people as tweeters before they're ready to be tweeters. Make them heels first. Yeah. Then you can make them faces. So actually, I kind of weirdly just fantasy booked this, and going along with what you said in my head here, you have exactly what we just said: HBK and Diesel spot. Exactly. Asuka's the one you have to look out for. Yep. Nia keeps Asuka off. Yep. Gets the shot from Alexa, beats Alexa, and then Asuka beats Nia. Exactly. And then you go,
holy shit, she's a monster who killed a monster.
Yeah, and then you have Asuka choke out Nia, and then you have Roman choke out the rest of the Raw roster.
And then Alexa comes out of nowhere and punches Roman, and there's the bit.
Choke king and queen.
No, see, here's what would happen. Roman would cock Alexa's arm, and then Alexa would do it to Roman, and they'd have like...
Here's the problem with that. It would rip a hole in the space-time kayfabe continuum. And it would, Hulk Hogan from 1983 would come out of the rift and be like, "What's going on, brother?" And then they just like push him back.
And then you just hear, "I am a real."
Well, then they would just punch him back into the rift.
So, but then when they did that, Macho Man becomes fucking...
Macho Man becomes Hulk Hogan. Okay, we gotta have everything. So, actually, weird little piece of trivia here. Real American, the Hulk Hogan song, was originally Mike Rotunda's tag team song.
That's hilarious.
Before Hogan came to the Fed and all that stuff happened. So that's Real American isn't even Hulk Hogan's real song.
Shinsuke's song was actually made for...
Bobby Roode?
Bobby Roode's song was actually made for Shinsuke.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep. So anyways, Bray comes out and he basically does the 18-year-old girl, I just learned about veganism, and I just read Noam Chomsky, you are all sheep speech. And that's what I said, he's just like, you are all, like, it's
weird right now that in a wrestling video I'm about to tag Chomsky.
It was the Sarah Rue character from I Can't Hardly Wait. Cutting, you are all shit. That's exactly what that speech was.
That's amazing.
And again, I loved it. It was perfect for him. Mm-hmm. And then he squashed Matt Hardy. And then we get Magic. Magic, we knew it was coming. And I'm glad it's finally here. But, the other problem is while he's squashing Matt Hardy, they get so close to Bray Wyatt's face that I can see spit trails.
Nice. Yeah, no, it was pretty rad.
It's like, Jesus Christ, Kevin Dunn.
Just please stop, dude. Get your teeth off the button. Just please.
They want you to be able to smell Bray Wyatt through the camera.
Oh, yes, right now there's a mysterious, I think I threw away an onion down here, and I got a feeling it's worse than that.
No, dude, again, we've established, Bray Wyatt smells like Chinese restaurant floor mats.
Bray Wyatt smells like old dreadlocks left on a barber's floor.
From when someone finally gets their MBA, they gotta shave off the dreadlocks.
Dread's gotta go, bro.
Oh
god, he's the worst.
So Broken Matt begins. He's sitting in the corner and he starts.
So are we getting broken or woken?
We're getting broken because Anthem, the president of Anthem, basically came out and said, you know what? All former TNA employees, they have control of their characters. We're not doing anything with it. And then they gave all current TNA employees control of their characters.
Wow.
So either the nicest thing someone's ever done,
or
the dumbest thing.
I think it's a little bit of the latter.
As Chris pointed out. Yeah. So.
You know what though? It's I kind of think that's not a bad thing because it's going to allow people like Cody Rhodes to kind of come in and out without the fear of going, oh, if I have one match for these guys, they're going to say they own the American Nightmare. Yeah. Then he goes in and he doesn't have to worry about that, and he has a little more control over the situation.
Yeah.
I think this opens up the indies a little bit more. If TNA or Anthem or Impact or whatever the hell they're calling themselves this week, I feel like if they want to do the right thing right now, it resides in the indies and doing something where, because the indies are hot and there's a lot of guys not getting coverage, which we're going to talk about an indie show coming up this weekend. We're going to go to
exactly. They need to get people. They need to get people in the show that. What they need to do is get anti-WWE people into the fold.
That's why Cody, Austin Aries...
They're already there.
Now I wonder under this new management, with these new rules, does Austin Aries make his way back to TNA? So he can come in as Austin Aries and not Austin Starr.
Exactly,
he comes in as I'm pissed off Austin Aries.
Yeah.
Which was another thing I wanted to talk about. He just tore apart...
we'll get to it.
This guy.
So we'll get to it. Anyways... so the next thing is Jason Jordan's in the office with Kurt Angle, and he's talking, and I swear
Come on, Dad!
I swear
give me a chance, Dad!
He meant to say sentiment, and I think he said sediment.
Nice.
And I could totally get behind a Jason Jordan who constantly uses the wrong words, like the old.
I was gonna go for a brewmaster Jason Jordan. He's gonna grow a beard.
No, like the old In Living Color sketch.
Oh yes, absolutely.
So you have to understand the miscomprehension of.
Just way over talking, but like you're not even close.
I could 100% get behind that Jason Jordan. But yeah,
come on, Dad. Come on, Dad.
But basically, he says, you know what? I want to take on Kane because Kane, took out Braun.
Yeah.
Therefore, I'll be better than him. Meh.
I want a chance, Dad.
That was
I want a chance.
So,
don't take it away from me, Dad.
Oh my God!
Don't take that.
Don't do this! Don't take it away from me!
So then
like I'm expecting like the next thing to be like sweep the leg, like.
So we get a Cruiserweight 4-way. By the way, the person who would be yelling sweep the leg would be TJP.
From the outside.
Exactly.
Did you say...
Exactly.
TJP?
Nope. I'm out.
I'll see you later.
Oh, the rare goodbye, Dad.
Bye-bye, Dad.
So, we get a Cruiserweight 4-way. It's Swan and Tozawa versus Daivari and Noam Dar. So, even split between good guys and bad guys. And it was awesome, as we expected it to do. At one point, the three dudes are on the outside. Swan does a dive over the top rope, and he kicked Tozawa directly in the face. Like,
there's a couple rough spots in that. Definitely, man.
And it was so great. Rich Swann wins, so he's going to go on to face the person who wins the next 4-way to determine the number of contender, which I'm fine with because Rich Swann is great. But at one point, because it was so grueling and everyone's wiped out, Rich Swann he's celebrating at the end, but he's also like selling a fucking back injury. Yeah. And he's on his knees, and he's dancing. It was the weirdest, most awesome thing ever.
And his dance is just so ridiculous on top of everything.
Yeah, it's my new favorite thing. Him selling a back injury while dancing on his knees.
That's such an indie thing to do. Yeah. It's kind of killing me right now.
So then they have Elias come out, and he sings a song. And then he sings another song, and all I'm thinking is like...
He kept going!
Yeah, I was like, they had nothing planned for tonight. They are just letting him go!
This is that time when I'm going back, I mean, God, 6 to 8 weeks ago, when I said, I'm kind of impressed right now with him because his matches are getting better, but he is getting progressively better at guitar, and you can see it week by week. The first couple weeks he came out, he could barely play an E. Now this dude is like straight up playing the guitar and singing. See, and you go, this is impressive, and they clearly are now using it. It's giving himself. He gave himself an extra skill that clearly Vince likes in this moment.
My biggest problem with Elias was always they were playing the tweener role with him, but now he's gone full heel, and I'm fine with it.
Yeah, he's full heel, and I'm actually kind of half happy that he's not a Jeff Jarrett, where he's not playing the guitar, he's smashing guitars over people's heads. Because I love that when the guitar does get used to smash on something, he's like, no! Like, he really, like, it kills him.
Yeah. I love that. I also, like I said, I also love the fact that because he's a heel, he's helping out other heels. Yeah. He's there. He's there because The Miz isn't there. So he's with The Miz Taraj.
Speaking of Jason Jordan, I would have liked to have seen more matches between him and Elias Sampson. Like, it seems like they were working towards a feud, and then
it just went to nothing.
Yeah, Jason Jordan won. He smashed the guitar or whatever, and then they were like, "Okay, we're done. Feud over." I'm like, "Well, why can't you continue?"
I think the problem is because they were getting the wrong type of heat for Elias. Elias was starting to get cheers because they don't like this Jason Jordan.
Because they didn't like Jason Jordan.
Which is I get it. I understand why the crowd's doing that. But, there's a certain point where you have to adhere to face heel rules.
Yeah. Only very rarely and almost never.
Yeah. So, anyways, so that brings up the IC Championship. We get Roman versus Elias. And this match was awesome. I really hope that this is the norm. Because it made me really, really like Roman. Wow. And it made me really like Elias. In their roles. Here's the thing. I have no problem with Roman as a wrestler. Yeah. He's obviously very, very talented, and he got to where he got because he's very talented. Yeah. My problem with him was always they're playing that tweener role. Oh, he's too, he killed someone. Yeah.
It's like,
hey, what the hell, man?
sometimes
Dead bodies in the closet.
Yeah, dude. Sometimes good guys gotta kill. Gotta kill people.
Suckers got to
yeah,
know.
Yeah. Except no. So they were always playing that tweener role with him. Now it seems like they're going straight face, which I'm fine with.
Yeah.
And Elias was going straight heel, and that was great.
Mm-hmm.
As I wrote here, looks like dreams do come true.
That was actually because you were delirious after all those hours of work, and
that
you were actually thought you were dreaming at one point.
Yeah. So, so then Roman's, he's like, oh man, that was a rough match. He's backing up off the ramp.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I barely survived that one. And Samoa Joe comes out and chokes the living fuck out of
it was so good. That was,
and Bobby fills his pants.
For real? Talking about, like, I thought it was a dream. I was laying on my couch on Monday night that my daughter finally got to sleep.
And you woke her
asleep.
up to see this.
You see this kid.
You gotta wake up. You gotta see this.
I was just pouring a Polar on her face. No, so I fell asleep. Mommy T played some Sims, I believe, while I was asleep. But it was on my laptop. So I kind of like did that wake up where I'm like, the fuck am I seeing? No, that's a dream. Went back to sleep. Woke up, and then like an hour later, I'm like, all right, I'll rewind Raw. And I see it again. I'm like, is this the fucking Matrix? Did this just is he just choking him out?
Yeah, he just choked him. And again, my dream of Samoa Joe just slowly choking out the rest of the Raw roster.
Kitten Butt wanting to know what we're drinking. I have a regular Red Bull.
I have a 6-point Bengali, which I'm gonna enjoy another because they're tasty and I didn't drive.
And we have Polar Lime, seltzer limes. Red Bull's the only sugar I really try to take in unless I go on a candy binge, so that usually happens.
So anyways, not to mention all the jizz. So at one point, so Joel's doing the choking. They pull him off. He starts to choke again. They pull him off again.
And he keeps going back. I love it.
Keeps going back. And Finley is holding on to him with all of his might.
Well, he keeps going back, much like subscribers, as you should be. A subscriber.
No, so Samoa Joe keeps going back to the choking, and Roman's like, "Nah, man, you gotta choke my neck. You gotta choke. You gotta choke with his."
But he was trying to choke out his wrist. He didn't want him to cock it. But yeah, no. Finley was holding on to Joe like vainly. Nice. It was great. And then so then we get then we get Asuka versus Dana Brooke. And this was also a great match.
I love those matches where Asuka's just like...
No, so Dana Brooke comes out.
Alright, I'm not... Wait, before we get into any of this, I might have a thing for Dana Brooke.
I understand your thing for Dana Brooke, and I share it.
And it's weird because it's not like, ooh, look at that butt. She gave the muscle flex. I'm like...
No.
I like what I...
You're like, I want her to put that around
I want her to put me in a headlock this one.
Woo! Woo! I don't share his that. So anyways, getting past Bobby's
weird time.
getting past Bobby's weird sexual.
Yeah, he's sweating. That's.
So anyways, Dana Brooke comes out and she's like, "I found a hole in your game," and of course she can't talk.
Look,
she's got the weirdest.
It's really weird.
Mommy T, if you're watching, can you choke Bobby down, please?
Start pumping that iron!
Pumping iron and choking me out.
So,
that's hilarious.
So Dana Brooke comes out.
That's the name of our first album. Pumping iron and choking me out.
So Dana Brooke comes out and she's like, "I found a hole in your game, Asuka."
See? Wait, no. Mal Y agrees. Thank you, Mal. He says muscles are hot, man.
Sometimes they can be. Sometimes.
So, she goes, she's like, "I found a hole in the game, Asuka. You're a slow starter, so I'm going to come out quick. You're not even going to get a chance to do anything." So Dana runs at her. Asuka monkey flips onto her arm and puts her into a goddamn...
It was the craziest. It
submission.
Looked like... Wait.
It was amazing.
It looked like a Ricky Steamboat style arm drag.
She's done it before.
They both kind of were in the air. It wasn't like an arm drag where the one person stays stationary and kind of throws them over the hip like a hip toss. This is a hip toss arm drag where they both spin together, except it came out with Asuka with her in a full arm bar. And you're like, wait, hold on, let me watch it in slow motion
Normally
again.
Raw, they'll replay something on Raw, and you're like, really? Did you have to? That I wanted them to replay like 4 times.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome.
It was so.
You're like, I'm not done yet. I get to see it again.
then Asuka, after Asuka dispatches of Dana Brooke, the Paige and Sonya and Mandy come out and they
the
do
Absolution Squad.
Yes, the Absolution Squad.
Squad.
So they do
the Squad Riot.
Yes, they do the.
Can we all agree at this table right now? Look, we
No.
drew in the Alexa thing and it's stupid and can we just not be like, hey, let's be Absolution Squad fans as a joke? Like, I don't want to be a fan of them even as a joke.
Jackass! I was never a part of any of that.
I know you weren't, but I'm also putting it out there. Like, can we just not?
I actually like things that I like, you cunts.
No, come on. I liked Alexa Bliss before.
Well, now the crazy part is that we entered this as a burn, but it turned out to be a real thing.
So anyways,
true love.
Can I get back to this?
Nope.
I'd also like to point out that I was an Usos fan before.
No, Chris was on that before we were.
I'll give that one up. I was late to that band.
We were late to it. We really
I had
were.
my ticket. No, that doesn't make any sense.
Surfer Usos were stuck in our head.
So, three of them surround the ring, and they do the whole sit up in the ring, and then they kind of back off, and Asuka's like, all right, you're going to give me an out, I'm going to take it. She backs out, and this being the smartest one, because she's Asuka. A lot of people online and stuff were like, oh, she's a coward now. I was like, no, she's smart. No matter who you are, you can't beat three people. That's just the way it is.
Yeah.
Unless you're Roman Reigns.
He's going to beat everyone.
Yeah.
Do you remember that comic book, Punisher Kills the Marvel Universe?
Yes,
and it's just the Punisher on a pile of Roman Reigns,
exactly.
pile of people.
You know what I
Punjabi prison,
see?
Vince McMahon, everywhere.
You know what I want to see is Roman Reigns lining up people in like a firing squad. It's like,
oh my god!
It's just people like. Or like doing like remember the scene in Young Guns 2 when Amelia Estevez is shooting the candles. I want Roman Reigns to be doing that with his fist and just
again.
Candles exploding.
I would own a Roman Reigns T-shirt if they ever filmed that vignette.
If they ever do a Young Guns Roman Reigns crossover, then I am Alexa Bliss, but like for real.
You have my $18 WWE.
Vince McMahon, if you're watching this,
Please.
make it happen.
So anyways, Finn comes out.
Just the candelabra turning sides.
They're like, uh-oh, and he like does like 10.
And then
Oh boy.
Lou Diamond Phillips shows up.
Oh, Lou Diamond Phillips is in everything. Oh boy, let's read this one out.
So Finn shows up, and a lot of the things people saying were last week was Finn's not over.
Yeah.
Finn is over.
Finn's very much over.
I love the crowd exploded.
I love the fact that he has heard the whole thing. Obviously, Vince thinks that Finn is not over. He doesn't get it. So now, even in his Thanksgiving tweet, he was like, "What is it?
Finn's
like?
not
I'm
over. Cooking this turkey."
Yeah, Finn's not over. ... Space. But yeah, he keeps joking with it, and then comes out to the most insane.
Yeah, just the crowd went nuts. So he comes out because Jason Jordan came out and faced Kane, and Kane beat the crap out of Jason Jordan before the bell ever rang.
Why not?
Because, come on, he's a 50-year-old mayoral candidate. Let's get him over the youngest dudes we have on our roster. So
maybe Kane could become Kurt Angle's illegitimate son, and then he'll lose all the time.
Although I have to say, Finn did something that I've never seen before on a run-in. Because normally run-ins, they just run in. Yeah. Or the music plays and they kind of stand there, and then they run in. Finn just went like, nah, I'm not going to run in. I'm going to do my whole pose thing.
Nice.
Then the lights go up. It was awesome.
No, it was awesome. Yeah, no, they did a really good job.
I know I'm in the minority of this. I would just like to see Demon Finn more. You know, especially with this run up to Kane, like if he's gonna be,
no, that's happening.
Yeah, it's gonna happen versus Kane, but we're gonna have to wait to see.
Yeah, I want to see more of that. I mean, that's his character. That's who.
The problem with Balor, and the problem I could see coming with Balor is he might fall into the Ziggler hole because he takes a chair very well.
Yeah.
he takes a chair shot.
He's gonna
like
bump himself.
No
He's gonna bump himself into retirement.
Yeah, he took a chair shot like no one I've seen.
I'm just afraid he's gonna go the Kurt Hennig route and have these awesome sells for so long, and then one day, oops, I slipped my back, I messed up my neck, and now I can't really do it anymore, and it's over.
Let's not talk about that.
Yeah,
let's not talk about bad things.
But let's not talk about how wrestling fucking works.
Yeah, I know. So
sadly.
Kane beats the crap out of Finn with a chair, and then who shows up but Mama Dump Truck's favorite son.
Sweet. straight out of
Abigail's
taint.
Sally's
Oh, man.
I can't even. Sally's pancreas, North Carolina's own Braun Strowman. And guess who showed up with him?
Tabitha's inflamed big toe.
Exactly. Guess who showed up with him? His nipples.
Nice.
They were out and in force.
He was yapping it up.
Well, I mean, he had just gotten done feeding his baby dump truck.
Very
obviously.
Yeah, he was clearly just finished breastfeeding.
Dude, I want to see Braun Strowman do the basketball psych out on squirting oil out onto onto Kane.
Seeing as how we're the only people who are aware that he breastfeeds his dump truck, I don't see it happening.
So I just want to make it clear that right now I'm tagging the video breastfeeding. This is also a video that includes Monday Night Raw, Shane McMahon, Chomsky.
Yeah.
Oh, and the Punisher.
Yes,
I forgot to add the Punisher.
So that was Raw. Overall, some good stuff, some bad stuff. Meh.
Yeah.
It advanced some stuff, which is nice because SmackDown did not advance anything at all. But overall, an average Raw. I am transfixed by the terrible arms on this Alexa Bliss figure.
Well, you know what? That's just those figures. It's the female figures. They've got to be
it's just
skinny.
Awful.
Yeah.
Unless it's a Dana Brooke,
like
then you put Hulk Hogan's arms on Dana Brooke.
And then she has some weird lines going up her shoulder blades. Like they should be bikini straps.
Well, that's also the basic women's body. That's not the elite one. The elite one is a little bit better.
That's terrible. What that is.
Here? No.
So, and not because it's Alexa. It's just a bad.
It's just a bad figure. Yeah.
So, all right. So with SmackDown, Shane O'Mac opens us up and proceeds to talk for 20 goddamn minutes. Like it never ended.
Here's the thing about SmackDown for me. I'm tired of seeing them recapping what what KO and Sami Zayn have done for the past 4 weeks or whatever.
Yeah, we're good.
I'm tired of you trying to make them villains. Yeah. Okay, they're awesome. Stop trying.
Yeah, this is that situation of they're over to the point where they can't.
Can we start calling them the Super Poutine Brothers?
I just like Nelson or Nelson Munson Martin.
Yeah, Munson Martin. Team Discovery Channel. That's their name.
That's their name.
Oh, TDC. Team Discovery Channel.
Yep.
So, anyways,
spring forth, my burly protector, and save me.
I don't know to hang out with this guy. It works. It just works. So, yeah. Anyways, they talk about the KO Sami Zayn sitch. Bryan comes out and they discuss it, and then basically they change the KO RKO match to no DQ, which means Sami Zayn's going to show up, even though he's banned from ringside.
Oh, well, how do you make a no DQ and a ban from ringside?
Yeah.
It's the dumbest. Let's talk about the rules for a minute. So you're telling me that he's banned from the ringside, but if he shows up,
it's like
how do you disqualify anybody for his appearance?
Well, this is the thing about wrestling. It's a thing until it's not.
Yeah. It's the rules until it's not the rules. That's
I would have preferred Teddy Long show up and make a 4-on-4 match and then said play. So the next match we get is New Day versus Golden Gables. What do we call them?
Golden Rings.
Golden Rings.
Yep.
Whew, this match.
They're the best.
Big E, the New Day comes out. Big E is carrying pancakes in his tights.
Yeah, he has a full plate of pancakes. And there's 2 plates. Yeah. So it's a plate, a pile of pancakes, and then another plate, and then it's in his tights.
And he hands them.
He hands them to the Usos, and the Usos were like, yeah, dude, they were all about it.
They were all about it, and then they saw it come from his tights, and they're like, and we're good. Yeah. And then he handed them the syrup, and one of the Usos was like, is the syrup supposed to be warm? And then the best is Byron's going to eat the pancakes, and Top Philly's like, I will throw you away from this commentary desk.
I think that he did take a bite, because at the end of the whole match, they showed Byron, and they had the pancakes. His pancake looked like it had a bite taken out of it.
But yeah, it was a pretty hilarious situation.
Was it that match? I can't remember which match it was on SmackDown, but someone took a flying kick and just like.
That was that match.
What? Okay, yeah. He like
Xavier hit a drop kick on Gable, and I thought Gable died.
Yeah,
like,
it was awesome.
It was an amazing missile drop kick.
He like landed on his back and like flailed and then like flipped and
Dude,
flopped
that's what I love
over.
about this new generation.
Yeah.
They sell like fucking warriors.
It was
no, not like the Warrior. The Warrior did not sell.
No, warriors. Kofi's new slingshot offense is something I am in love with. If I had a blog detailing my favorite things, it would be one of my favorite things. He just slingshots himself into the ring, out of the ring.
You just have a podcast.
I was going to say, you have a podcast literally based around this.
Anyways, yeah. So, as I wrote down, Gable took that dropkick like a champ. Like,
Gable's awesome.
It was very, very good.
And then Woods did a suicide dive like Finn. He did the full arms out and jump over. It was great. And it's just, oh my god, it was awesome. It was best. It was the match of the night.
That was a good match. That was one of the few I was awake for. So
so then we get the three girls doing the three good girls in the 3-on-3 match that will be coming on. Charlotte, Naomi, and Natalie, and or Natalia.
Natalia, see?
Natalia?
It's Natalia.
So Charlotte's just still not all that great at promos.
No, she just doesn't.
I don't want to say it, but she really isn't.
Not that Nat was...
Natalia's any good either.
Yeah, exactly.
No. Naomi is by far the most natural of the bunch.
It was...
But I think that's because Naomi's the most natural, because what Naomi's saying is natural to her. She's like, yeah, no, I'm going to kick their ass.
Like, yeah, I got a big butt.
I'm a snack for them wig. Anyways.
She like starts ripping her nails off. Let's go.
I think she's done. So anyways,
that's fantastic. Takes her wig off. All right, let's go.
No, that is a thing she says a lot. She's like, I'm going to snatch your wig.
There you go.
So, but then the Bludgeon Brothers come out, and as terrible as this gimmick is, it gets me more Harper, which I'm happy with.
Exactly,
It gets me Harper
they're
in the
awesome,
ring.
man.
And
it's just
holy crap,
stupid gimmick.
He hits a deep six better than Baron Corbin hits a deep six.
No, it's pretty awesome.
And it's just like, and it kills me because it's like, why isn't he Baron Corbin? Why isn't he getting the goddamn shots that Baron Corbin's getting?
Because he needs to tag with Eric Rowan forever.
No, make Baron Corbin.
Yeah, maybe like Eric Rowan like made some kind of like demonic pact and.
It's the only thing that makes sense.
And he's just charged now. This guy is locked to him until I don't even know when. The sixth blood moon of the.
They're soul bonded to each other.
But yeah, no, Harper hit a deep
the
six.
eighth age.
Harper hit a deep six on Ryder better than Corbin hits it.
Seven Sons.
So good. And then, so they beat up the Hype Bros. They walk away, and then they go into the in-ring interview, which never ends well.
Yeah, that dude, who was it, Mojo Rawley?
Mojo beats the crap out of Ryder.
Mojo Rawley looked like he had a very good holiday. He looked like he had a lot of turkey and fixins.
He's a big boy.
Yeah.
Mojo hits the heel turn. Ryder is always the victim. I think it might be his face. I'm not sure.
It's gotta be. It's gotta be something. No, he got his ass whipped.
I know. There's just something about it. I just want to hit you right in the suckle. I don't know what to do about that. But,
yeah. So Mal
take that into advisement.
I just want to punch you. So Mal Wise saying Harper doesn't have the look to be a champion in the current generation.
Dude,
I think it's a combination of that and that there's a talent clog.
Except for the fact that Braun Strowman, and again, Braun Strowman's a giant, and Harper's not a giant.
That's what overcomes the
Braun
look.
Strowman is, but Harper is so goddamn athletic.
The thing about
he can put. Oh my god!
If only that meant anything.
The thing about Harper to me is that he seems really old. I don't. That's
he's not that.
Maybe, he's not
though.
The way that he looks.
It's the beard.
That's probably
he's
why.
So he can move so well.
That's just one thing the WWE has never really been good at. They have
pushing
these
guys who are not traditional.
Yeah, exactly. They have these wrestlers that don't really fit into a mold, and then because of that, they don't know what to do with them. And if these people that don't fit into the mold, if they're lucky enough to kind of figure something out on their own, then I mean, like, look at like the Road Dogg and Billy Gunn.
What it comes
like,
down to is if you're
they
good.
talk about they just had to figure it out.
Yeah,
what it comes down to is if you're good enough, you'll get yourself over, which doesn't always
Harper's
work.
37.
Yeah.
Harper's
But
Harper's
if
my
you
age.
looked at Finn's 34.
Yeah.
Like they're all pretty
different.
up there.
But you know what though? Finn is a much different 34 than Harper is a 37.
Yeah.
Like Finn's
Yeah.
trimmed up. And,
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, you know, look what they did with Billy Gunn and the Road Dogg. You know, they didn't know what to do with them, and then they put them together, and it was almost like they were the New Day before the New Day.
Yeah,
you know, they
just did what they could with what they had.
and they were like, we're just gonna have fun, we're gonna joke, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, and you know, and that's
And again,
it. You know,
Finn is 36, by the way.
Oh, okay.
It's
Now
the
I
CM
chime
Punk.
in. Damn.
It's the CM Punk Daniel Bryan thing. If you're good enough, you'll get yourself over, and hopefully Vince doesn't dislike how you do it.
Yeah,
because that's the thing.
You gotta do it on Vince's watch a little
Zach
bit.
got himself over, but Vince didn't like how it happened.
Yeah.
So.
And maybe that's just the thing with Harper, because clearly he's got the skill. It's just there's something there's something that maybe the fans are connecting with him. Or, I don't know.
That must be it, because I would never say he's bad on the mic.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime he's been given time on the mic, he's good.
Well, that's the thing. They don't give him a lot of time on the mic, though, because they want him to be that kind of like weird,
mysterious,
like backwater dude.
Oh my
is
God!
out
It's
there.
just
I don't
the
know.
fact that Baron Corbin is where he is and Harper's where he is bothers me deep in my soul.
It's hard. It's hard for people to succeed. I mean, look at the few people that have basically taken what the WWE has given them character-wise, and it was like, well, I'm going to use it, but I'm also going to inject my own stuff into it, and then I'm going to succeed. I mean, HBK, Stone Cold, The Rock.
Yeah.
See, now on the other hand, there's the other examples of look at the guys who took what WWE gave them and then succeeded, like The Undertaker and Kane.
Yeah.
And so you do have these examples of people who went along the lines of what Vince said, and it went well. But then with both situations, I think we can look at it and go, for every Undertaker, there's a Berserker. For every New Day, there's a New Rockers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough.
It's not an exact business.
I mean, well, that's the thing. Like the WWE, as much as they say it's sports entertainment, and that word
being athletic.
Yeah, exactly. Well, not even that, but that word "sport" is in there for a reason, and it's hard. It's hard to be. It's just like the NFL. How many people make it to the NFL? How many people make it, in the NBA or MLB? The WWE is the same way.
My issue with Baron Corbin being where he is and Harper being where he is Harper actually likes wrestling, and Corbin is a wrestler because he failed at being a football player.
Yeah. I mean,
that's my issue.
I don't know. That's tough because. There were a lot of ex-athletes that are great wrestlers. I mean, look at wasn't Ron Simmons a football player before?
Simmons
was, look, I'm not saying it can't be done,
I think I guess that kind of that bias is unwarranted. I feel because that's I don't know. I feel like that's a little.
I'm not gonna apologize for how I feel.
No.
I'm not gonna say how I feel is the correct way, because it was just my thoughts and feelings.
I'm just expressing an opposing point of view. That's all.
What's wrong? Anyways, so yes, then Jinder comes out, and good God, do I hate me some Jinder.
Yeah,
he's just not a good
as
deal.
we've said, let's just take a real quick break to say we have a new watcher watching. Like, share, and subscribe. We are gonna give away this pop here up in the front.
Well, all of them, yeah.
The pop, the lanyard keychain.
Batman sucks.
It is the Black Friday GameStop exclusive blind box. We ended up getting 2 of them, so we're gonna give one away. Gonna probably come up with a trivia question about the show. And I'm trying to think of something that our viewers would know. So.
The question is,
Virgil?
The question is,
how much does Virgil charge? How much does Virgil charge us to give us permission to ask this question about him?
If the question is, how my feelings towards Jinder, they're about to learn.
Yeah.
Boy, oh boy, do I hate me some Jinder Mahal.
So, that was the next thing I wanted to say. fuck Jinder Mahal.
Yeah, he's just not a good heel. That's the thing.
No.
Like, his heelishness is all cartoonish and dumb.
I just don't like the heel. I don't like the heel dynamic. He could be a good heel if he did it a different way. This is 2017. Nobody really cares about which country is better than the other one. It's not like that anymore.
Oh, Gingerbeard chiming in, and I actually forgot to say this myself. Randy Savage was a failed baseball player.
Yeah. No, again, I'm not saying failing as an athlete disqualifies you from professional wrestling. I'm not saying that at all.
You're just saying that people that care about wrestling are better than...
and that's exactly what I'm saying. In this new generation, a lot of these guys are dudes who loved wrestling coming up, and it makes them better wrestlers.
That's true.
So anyways, we get, it was supposed to be a handicap match, the Singh brothers versus Styles. Jinder beats Styles up first, and then the match begins in proper.
And he's still...
And then AJ comes back out, and he does a second rope Styles clash, dropping one Singh brother onto another.
Yes.
That was the only good part of this entire useless piece of shit.
And when it happens from the second rope, that means death.
Oh, yeah.
You just destroyed the
The only reason one Singh brother wasn't paralyzed was because he had his other Singh brother to break his fall. So
I was actually just watching some old wrestling and I saw a match between I want to say the Hart Foundation and it was Haku and Andre the Giant, I think, when they had the belts. One of the moves they did was Anvil would do like this weird reverse body slam. He would pick up Brett and then slam him onto the person.
That's hilarious.
Laying on the ground. One of the coolest tags because and it was like it was a succession of things. It would be like Anvil did one move, Brett would do another, then Brett would get up onto the rope and then get slammed. But it was really like not like holding him like a body slam, but Brett's flipped out. His stomach is out.
Yeah. So he can
really cool. So
basically
definitely
throwing him into a crossbody.
But on the ground, like a splash, but from a slam. Really awesome.
That's cool.
By no means am I a fan of Bret Hart as really a wrestler or as a human being, but I love I love the Hart Foundation as a heel stable in the Attitude Era.
Awesome.
Fantastic.
Oh, I loved it when it was Owen, Jim Neidhart,
Bret and Bulldog.
And Bulldog was in there. Pillman was in there.
So, anyways, oh god. Sorry, lost my voice for a little bit. After the match, Jinder beats up the Singhs. Even their parents don't care.
That's going to be the thing. Is I think that's really going to be just Jinder beats up his guys when they fail. Like he's going to become that kind of bad guy.
Again, I don't mind him being a heel. I just don't like why he's a heel. And we had already kind of fantasy booked on how I would have
made him a heel.
Yeah, exactly. I would have taken the the Maharaja angle, as in like I'm spiritually and physically better than you because I do
and
this and
fine.
I do that.
I keep my body clean.
Exactly.
I have a temple.
Yeah, and that's
I can actually make my turban correctly.
He doesn't like. All right, we're good. And it's like his hair sticking out of one side.
That's a better angle too because he is insulting the other wrestler.
Here's the thing,
exactly.
Krista, any angle is better than the current angle.
Me farting on a snare drum better than
that's farting on a snare drum.
Farting on a snare drum.
Then we get
maybe if you donate to our Patreon.
So before we move on to Mal chimed in and said, racist comments aside, I enjoyed Ginger's heel again. Or Ginger's heel. Again, like Charlotte, he sells with body language and his attitude. Especially if you're watching him ringside during that Singh Brothers match. You see him, he does sell more at the space, throwing his arms up, hitting his stuff. It's just you then put the mic in his hand and he's like, I'm Oot. Oh,
I'm
shit.
steroided out.
Which would be great.
Steroided Oot.
Which would be great if he wasn't going for the world title.
Going for it. He held it for 6 fucking months.
So anyways, agree to disagree on that one. So then we get the 3-on-3 women match. Excuse me. Liv Morgan, Sarah Logan, and
the Riot Squad.
Ruby Riot, who have now been renamed the Riot Squad. They had to add a T. They added a T to Ruby's name to avoid copyright law.
Nice.
Versus Naomi, Charlotte, and Natalya. Natalya starts off the match. She's wearing her cat ears backwards.
Of course.
Because she's terrible at everything.
Now to the other side of the hearts.
Hashtag.
How would you spell that out?
I don't know.
So it'd be like Gaheeee.
I'm watching this match, and Naomi comes out, and they're talking, and I know I say it a lot, and we shouldn't blame Michael Cole, but they don't do the same crap on Smackdown Live. So maybe it's time we start blaming Michael Cole, because if Michael Cole was
what
on
you
SmackDown
want to
Live,
say really is it's riot time, baby.
No, but that's the thing. It's like if Michael Cole was on SD Live, it would be. It's glow time! Oh, feel the glow! It would be constant. And Phillips doesn't do that, which is why Tom Phillips is a better person, despite the fact that he has an affinity for sending dick pics.
Maybe he does, maybe Vince McMahon doesn't have anything against his, family or something like that. He's not holding, Michael Cole's family is trapped in the Punjabi prison.
And that might be it.
The only way the family can get out is if he says it's boss time. Yes.
It says drop zone.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he's got to say it. He's got to say these words X amount of times before New Year's, right? And then the Punjabi prison lifts just like a little bit, and then he's got to keep going.
I like how
only if he believes.
I like how we made Vince McMahon a James Bond villain.
He would be a great James Bond, dude. He would monologue to himself
he would monologue.
Step into my Punjabi prison.
Road scorchers that he used to do in the 80s and 90s.
Anyway,
step into my Punjabi prison, Mr. Bond.
His entire
I attached the
his
laser.
entire goon squad would be guys from the WBF.
Oh, jeez. Vince McMahon likes big sweaty men.
I'm going to take a ship into space and drop a Punjabi prison over Earth if you don't stop me, Mr. Bond.
Oh my God! No, he's going for the first Punjabi prison.
It would be Mr. Bond. I'll fire you. So, anyways, yeah.
Oh, jeez, man.
As we're talking about the Riot Squad, Graves has to get a New Jersey insult in.
Oh,
his hatred of New Jersey is one of my favorite running gags. He says something to the effect of, "Well, Liv Morgan's from Jersey, and they don't allow you to make left turns there. So who the hell knows what's going on in her mouth?"
Who knows what's going on? When he said that you got to take a right to take a left in New Jersey, I'm like, oh, that's so beautiful. He's ripping on the one thing I yell about every time I drive through New Jersey.
So yeah, once again. I'm sorry, go ahead.
One of the best diners is in New Jersey.
Again,
that is true.
We
did go to
Liv Morgan can't talk. She can't talk. She just can't talk.
Well, let's get past that. Pop and Queen Diner, dude. We got to get back down there. We got to call Corn Boy and just...
Hey, we're coming down.
We're coming down. Let's go get some cheeseburgers. I had a feeling
if you don't join us for dinner, you're going to get put into a Punjabi prison.
He's going to be like, you want to talk about toys? No, we want to talk about onion rings, motherfucker.
Ginger Beard's saying all the best diners are in New Jersey. Yeah, we're with you on that.
I mean, maybe because it's just a greasy pit.
They actually don't have to make their own grease. They just scoop it out of the fries. Go get more grease, Mom.
What would we call it?
Shovel
in
grease.
Texas, oil that comes out of the ground is Texas tea, right? Would it be brown tea and oil?
No,
what would we call
Jersey, it's called Itai tea.
What have you called?
I don't know. What do you Giddy tea.
Giddy tea. That's some more giddy. No, Giddy tea is Bobby T's Italian cousin.
His name is Gino Torelli.
Hey, I want to go to this Punjabi prison.
Hey, he stands for Torelli.
He's got so many gold chains. They're all terrible, and they have Autobots all over them.
And has the opposite haircut. He's actually got one of those blown out
crazy
cuts.
hair. He looks like the dude.
It's slicked back, but it's so much. It's like a huge bouffant because it's just like.
No, even better when he doesn't slick it back. He looks like the dude from Ancient Aliens.
Yeah. Aliens.
Oh man. So anyways,
what would the oil that comes out of the ground?
I think we answered it. It's Itai tea.
Yeah.
So the Riot Squad is
Be a Garden State Gusher.
There you
No,
go.
that's a different thing.
You get that in Atlantic City. Costs
You have
$25.
to pay double. You have to pay double for that.
You have to pay double to make her care. So.
You can only get that after you've gotten your punch card punched 10 times to be a dedicated VIP member.
Exactly.
So now that we've lost all our fans in New Jersey and in West Virginia, and Canada,
and North Carolina, don't forget that.
Don't forget them.
So, yes. So, anyways,
5Alive destroying our fan base one state at a time. Hashtag one state at a time.
That's gonna be our next shirt. Just gonna be like crossed off states. It'll be like red states. It'll be like, oh, is it for Republican states? No, it's ones we can't go to anymore.
It's the ones we can't travel to.
We have warrants in these states.
I got warrants. So,
uh-oh, we just lost the Twitter ad.
Oh,
well,
no!
Look at that. It was real. It was fun.
Yeah. So, anyways, oh god. So the Riot Squad ends up going over.
We'll show him his indecent pictures and we'll blackmail him to.
Well, yeah, that's how we got him to do it.
Exactly.
Natalia doesn't starts off the match. She gets beaten down, so she leaves. She's like, I'm not doing any of this. So it just leaves Naomi and Charlotte.
She's like, I gotta go fix my cat.
Exactly.
I gotta go flip my cat.
I can't wrestle anymore.
So they end up beating the crap out of Naomi. They go hardcore on this. I really, really enjoyed it. They throw Naomi into the stairs. Well,
they're riding, so...
Again, but this is the thing. You don't see this very often in women's wrestling, which is what I enjoyed about it. They throw Naomi into the steel steps, and then she's laying down on the ground, prone, and they put the steel steps over her, and then do the knee lift into the steel steps.
Yes, dude, really good work.
Yeah, really, really good work. And they beat up Charlotte as well. They get the win, and so it looks like the Riot Squad's here to stay. Becky is filming Marine 6, that's why she's not around.
Gotcha.
Also, she got Shawn Michaels to say T-Generation X.
Nice.
That is awesome.
So happy.
Nice.
Anyway,
Sip it.
Yeah, and he does say sip it. So,
That's amazing.
And then we get a reporter sitting outside Randy Orton's dressing room. Waterbury ain't got time for your questions because he just walks right by. He heads out. He's ready to go. So
he's ready to RKO from out of nowhere.
Yeah, exactly. RKO, KO. So then so it's KO versus Randy. And Randy's beating the piss out of KO, and KO keeps swearing, and they have to keep beeping it, and it's hilarious. At one point, he throws KO onto the table and doesn't clear it. He came this close to cracking KO's head on the monitor.
Yeah,
like he's dangerous, man. He's getting real dangerous. And again, the word is he's the safest worker out of all of them, but he's getting real reckless. Then they go out into the crowd. They come back out to the ramp, and that's when Zayn shows up. And Zayn, this is the only bad thing you ever hear me say about Sami Zayn. His chair shots are terrible.
Oh, they were so bad.
They're just the worst.
They were
looking.
so bad.
But I think it was because he was trying to hit him in the leg. He didn't want to hit him in the leg. Anyways, then KO takes a cane bump on the DDT through the ropes, which I enjoyed. And then finally, KO gets the win by concentrating on the leg, hits the hog splash, and it was a good match overall. KO survives despite the fact that they're stacking the deck against them every week. But they have to keep this storyline going even past contest or
Clash of
Champions. So, they're just gonna drag it out and drag it out. So each week we're gonna get the recap.
Yeah.
Up front, and I'm like, I don't want
that. This is what happened last week. They tried to get Randy Orton, and and they came out on top.
Yeah. Randy, he loves SmackDown. No, he doesn't. Randy doesn't love anything. That's kind of his thing. He's an asshole. I don't know. It's just.
Again,
it makes sense, but it doesn't make sense.
It's just one of those things where they don't know what to do with them.
No.
And,
they really So, I did want to say again, like, share, and subscribe. We're going to get into a little bit of indie talk here. I'm going to throw up the question. I'm going to throw it into the comments. Into the chat here. First person to answer the question wins our Ryu Pack so long as you live in the United States of America. So the question is pretty simple one.
Let me get my phone out. So
you can answer in the top 3. We've actually mentioned all of these people's names today. So who's Bobby T's favorite all-time wrestlers? Top 3 will be fine. If you pick any of the top 3, one of the 3, you win.
Red Rooster.
It is Terry Taylor, the Red Rooster. Martin wins. So,
well, clearly it's Alexa Bliss.
It is not, actually. No, sadly enough.
I do not lie to our fans.
Break kayfabe, dude. That's in kayfabe that I like. For real, it's like other people. You know what I mean?
So, crazy week as far as indie news and other crap going on goes. One big thing. So, someone asked Dave Meltzer online, could ROH run a 10,000-seat arena? Because they haven't done that yet. And he said no. He doesn't think they could.
Challenge accepted.
Cody basically said challenge accepted. And he's like, me and the Bucks will headline one. So that's what's happening. It's Cody and the Bucks are working on getting a 10,000-seat arena for a show that they're going to headline. And of course, obviously, if Cody's headlining it and the club's there, you got to assume it's going to be Cody versus Kenny or something. Cody and the Bucks versus 3 other people. Like, obviously,
Cody and the Bucks versus Kenny Omega, a broom and a boot.
Yep,
and a 9-year-old kid.
So
the 9-year-old kid is wearing the boot.
There you go. Well, the boot in kayfabe is like a magical boot. Like, these are the ability.
And the 9-year-old kid's dressed in black.
So, is this boot like what was it, that Air Mike movie where he puts the
Mike. Starring Lil Bow Wow.
No, it's the boot is like Lakuta's boot in Mario.
There you go. It just gets inside when she just jumps around.
There you go.
So, anyways, So who the hell knows? Obviously details are scarce, but holy crap, that's awesome news, and hopefully they can get some sort of distribution. New Japan did announce Wrestle Kingdom will not be on pay-per-view. It is their service only. Period. End of story.
Which we did sign up for, so this is awesome. We're gonna have to be watching Wrestle Kingdom at like 4 o'clock in the morning or something here. It's
excuse me. Some of the other stuff. You said the Austin Aries thing.
So Austin Aries was recently in a tag match, I believe. I think he tagged with X-Pac, Sean Waltman. After the match down in Australia, I think they were in Melbourne, as we've discovered from the Dollop. So Austin Aries says, I love the fans. I have just fulfilled a bucket list thing. I had a match with one of my favorite wrestlers of all time.
Nope.
He then says, but I do want to say something. This ring is a disgrace. And he shits all over. Wow, geez, Mark's going right forward with everything.
Yeah.
So, he shits all over the ring, and apparently, so he throws the microphone down. Everyone starts booing him, because he's Austin Aries, and he's going to say what he thinks. So he throws it down, and X-Pac picks up the microphone and says, our buddy here, he's just a little mad because the ring hurt him. That it's not a good ring, that the quality of the ring did hurt him, and he's a little upset right now. And then he said, but, if you're not down with that, we got 2 words for you, and he's still riding the second way. So, but yeah, apparently it's just a shit ring, and he took a bump, and because it was a garbage ring, it hurt him. You don't want to be landing on 2x4s, but if they don't put it together right, you're gonna get hurt. So you don't want to be mad. You want to be mad at him because, dude, fuck you. Why would you be mad at an indie promotion? Yeah. Why would the indie promotion want to hurt their wrestlers? Yeah. So don't think they'll be asking Mr. Aries back anytime soon.
I don't think so.
So the other thing is this weekend.
I'm sorry to cut you off. The funny thing is, like, the Australian wrestling scene's on the up. Like, it's
picking up big time. Yeah,
they're picking up big time. So for that to happen, kind of sucks. But hopefully it was just a fly-by-night company, and someone who didn't get hurt too much.
So we have Northeast Wrestling this weekend is going to be having a show called Holiday Havoc.
Halloween Havoc, they're a bit late.
It's going to be in Waterbury, Connecticut. It's definitely a local indie show. I think it's at the
Wilby High School.
Wilby High School, so it's a high school gym. Pretty good sized gym though. Not gonna lie, I've been to shows there before. I enjoy it. Tickets usually start around. There's a family pack of 4 tickets, $15 per ticket, which is pretty awesome. On the card is Jake Hager, aka Jack Swagger.
Yes.
The TK Orion and Vinny I hate this guy's Marseglia That's their tag team champions. These dudes are awesome.
Yeah,
we saw them at Muzzy Field, and I think it was a 3-way match.
Yes, yeah.
Just really great. Little spot monkey-y, but they do some really good tag team stuff. What I like is the resurgence of old school tag team moves. That tag teams that are just made to be tag teams. We're seeing lots of like Doomsday Devicey type stuff where let me pick you up and my guy's gonna do this. So there's one guy on the card. I gotta find his name here. All right, Brad Hollister. I just keep calling him the bacon dude.
Yes, yeah.
He wears a singlet with just bacon.
Nice.
And he came out with, he was fighting, the last match we saw him in, he was fighting over a crown so he could become the Bacon King.
Yes, it was awesome. But he's actually a decent wrestler.
Yes.
Like, that's the best part. But in the ring, it's going to be a 3-way for the Northeast Wrestling title.
Which Cody Rhodes
is the champion there. Versus, so it's going to be Cody, Brad, and Flip fucking Gordon. Dude.
God damn it.
Yes.
That name right there, originally you were telling me, I'm like, yeah, it'd be nice to go see Cody and Christian's supposed to be there signing stuff. That could be cool. But then you told me Flip's going to be there. I'm like, yeah, I have to be there.
Yeah, so if you guys, if anyone here is a fan of just awesome-ass wrestling, this dude is the next... he's got to go up from here. There's no way he's staying in the Indies. This guy's just too good right now.
He's an ROH right now, and some of the stuff he pulls off is
some of the stuff he's doing is really next level. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see him in NXT sooner than later.
I think he has Army commitments, which is why he does still do Indies because he's still clearing up his Army commitments.
Let's see what Vince can do.
Yeah. So anyways, we're definitely gonna take in that show. I can't wait for that. Some of the other stuff going on, WWE's taking this whole Naomi thing very seriously.
Yes.
Said that she sustained a separated shoulder, cervical strain, and facial contusions.
Jesus.
Basically, she's hurt.
Oh, Jack Swagger in that show is going to be against Wrecking Ball Gursky.
Oh, yeah, that guy was really good, too.
Yeah, he was decent. Yeah. Good movement for a big guy.
Exactly. Matt Hardy's going along with the broken thing.
Nice.
He posted... The hashtag Great War is merely beginning on this plane identified as WWE.
Nice.
So
I must recruit loyal soldiers from around the planet of Earth to join me as I battle in a domain overflowing with darkness and demons.
Good. So another person on that Northeast card is going to be Jake Manning, the Man Scout.
Yeah, that guy was awesome.
This dude is awesome. He comes out like in a full Eagle Scouts uniform and will really do the entire bit.
Wow. And the crowd is booing the entire time.
Dude, but what's funny is that like he comes out and they're like, Man Scout! Then he starts wrestling and they like kind of shit on how much of a face he is.
Yeah.
But then he had some pretty good spots.
Yeah, he's obviously a dude who's been around for a while. So.
Oh yeah, he's definitely been around. But yeah, so third, fourth row seats are $50. We're gonna do probably the general
grandstand.
Yeah, you're in a high school gym. You see everything.
Yeah. So some other stuff. Edge and Christian show.
Hopefully that Mike guy will be there from Muzzy Field too.
Here's hope.
Oh my god, dude! It sounded like it was through a Victrola. It was really that bad.
The only thing that was missing was someone.
One of the meet and greets there is actually going to be Christian.
Yeah, like I said,
so Christian's going to be there. That's awesome.
It looks like, speaking of Christian, it looks like the Edge and Christian show was not canceled. It looks like it could return in 2018. They just have a lot of commitments. Vikings does have go on vacation in June or during the summer, so hopefully they can fit it in then. I'm really looking forward to watching NXT tonight. It was looked like it was really good. Excuse me. I think
Mark needs to take a drink. He's been talking a while. You can take a drink here. Yeah. Take a drink break. You don't have a drink.
Yeah, I finished my drinks. As we said before, TNA or Anthem is basically saying, "Hey, you guys own your gimmicks. Go nuts." Which is again either the nicest thing or the dumbest thing.
Yeah, they're either geniuses or idiots, but there's a fine line between these two things.
Could be a little bit of both.
Brie Bella's come out and said that Daniel Bryan is working super hard to get back into a WWE.
Oh, it's going to happen.
So, apparently Velveteen Dream, our new favorite person, was famous before he was famous. Do you remember seeing that photo of a kid who they were at a basketball game and they were doing the national anthem, but no one had an American flag? So some kid was wearing American flag pants, so they all turned around and saluted him.
No way, that's Velveteen Dream?
Nice. And it's Patrick Clark, the Velveteen Dream.
Come on. That's awesome.
So yeah, I found that out today. I'm like, that's amazing. But yeah, so like I said, crazy week. Lots of stuff going on. 205 Live was
Seems
awesome.
like puberty's about to...
Yeah, seriously.
Puberty for Martin.
I've got...
Maybe you can get more facial hair.
I've got...
No,
I've been fighting a cold for a while now. But my whole thing with Raw and SmackDown, Raw was good. They were both good. They were both serviceable. SmackDown is just... They're dragging their feet because they have to. And Raw is kind of just running because they have nothing until January.
It's going to be a while.
So... I feel like, and also the other thing with SmackDown is because they're so invested in this Sammy KO plus Daniel Bryan Shane O'Mac thing, Shinsuke's done nothing for a month. Rude.
Well, it's crazy because at Starrcade, Shinsuke was crazy over. He went against Corbin, ends up winning by disqualification, I believe it was.
I believe so, yeah. But he hasn't done anything for a month, so it's the question of, well, which would you rather? Would you rather him do nothing or be stuck in a shit feud? I understand the doing nothing. It doesn't diminish him, but also doesn't build him.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything.
What we need is #faith in the chimps.
Yeah.
That's what
Rusev,
Chimp bullseye.
Yeah.
Rusev also hasn't been doing much. These are guys who are
I
good.
just watched a Rusev video where they were talking about 2K18 and his ranking.
Yes.
He's ranked 84. And he was guessing, they're like, Enzo Amore, what is he ranked? And he'd like guess, he'd say, oh, he can't wrestle.
Yeah.
He should be. But now the best part, it wasn't Rusev talking like this. It was Rusev talking like, look, I'm Rusev, but I don't really sound like that. Like, it was really Rusev. Or whatever the hell his real name is.
I know you don't like him, but I kind of do Rusev.
I'm 100%
I was slowly
behind
coming around to him after what I just saw. I thought it was pretty funny.
And especially after Southpaw and seeing him as the dumb hick character. Who's still a Russian dude?
I still think he should have been on the SmackDown team.
I will agree with you until the cows come home on that one. But yeah, so
too bad the monkeys don't aim in that direction.
No, the monkeys. Too bad the monkeys found out John Cena was available.
Yeah.
He's got a new movie to promote.
Exactly.
It's like, oh, he's got a bull movie to promote. Get him in there.
At first, there was like an even proportion of wrestlers' cards out there. Then they found out that John Cena was available, and it all became John Cena cards. And then Rusev was like in the top corner.
Exactly.
Yeah, we still have nobody answering the question. It's not that hard, guys.
So, the other thing, Fashion Files was SmackDown. Was on SmackDown. It was
Saw.
It was so great.
So good.
At the end, they're the Ascension are dying. They're like, no, go on without us.
Well, okay, so Ginger Beard hits it right on the head. I don't know if he can win anymore because he's part of the deal. But okay, so we all know my favorite wrestlers are very easy. Ron Simmons, Randy Savage, and Cesaro. Booker T.
Yeah,
but Cesaro keeps getting better, and he's pushing people down the line.
But
that's my favorite thing. So I guess Ginger Beard, you won. I don't know if you can win. I will see with the legalities.
I'm taking your shots. Congratulations.
It's cold down here. You don't own socks anymore.
Which franchise does Booker announce for? Is it
Raw?
I prefer the Raw. I prefer the announcer version of Booker T, which seems to be Booger T. Booger T. I hear that a lot.
Meandering idiot T.
Yeah, Booger. I hear that a lot. Whenever
you've never seen Booker T wrestle.
No, I have. Okay. I have. I mean, I'm just saying.
Also, you've never seen him drop the N-word in the middle of a promo.
Best guys, if you can get out there, I think it actually comes up in my YouTube feed all the time. It is Hulk Hogan, or I'm sorry, Booker T calls Hulk Hogan the N-word. Nice. Simple as that. Just you know what? You just type in Booker T space and it'll automatically fill itself in.
He doesn't even say like you or you.
No. It's
he
just
says
like
we're coming for you.
And he immediately says it. He goes. And he walks to the back, and Sherry's like, "It's okay, it's okay."
Another favorite gift going around that I saw was Ric Flair pulling Sherry into Sting flying at him. It's an amazing.
Wait, guys, I'm sorry. So Bill just had a really great idea. So I guess the next person to subscribe on Twitter wins the Rally Pack.
There you go.
Perfect. Bill is taking care of the Twitter, like we're saying. So if you follow us on that, he's going to be giving you notifications as to when shows are going to be coming up. Also, any other stuff that we're doing, giveaways, He's going to be doing the live tweeting of different events. So definitely worth it. Bill's also down in Orlando, so every now and then, if you follow his Instagram, you'll see pictures of him with, I believe, Duggan, Foley, I think Zack Ryder, because he works in the park too.
Ryder's a parkour. So
yeah, Ryder loves the park, so I do believe Bill has seen him there. Matt
By parkour, I mean he does sexual favors to get
in. That's how he gets his season passes. It's all about stuff. Oh, he also says Xavier Woods and Kurt Angle.
Yeah.
So we also, Bill and I years ago went and got the genie from Aladdin in pictures to do a spin-a-rooney, do a Rob Van Dam, and then he stunned me.
Nice.
The genie gave me a stunner right on Main Street in Disney World, or in the Magic Kingdom. Pretty amazing. So, fucking genie, dude.
A little wrestling moment. I was listening to a podcast, and they were talking about one of the guys was talking about how his son wanted to dress up as a wrestler, but the school wouldn't allow any masks or anything. And it was getting closer to Halloween. It was getting hard to find. So the only thing they could find was a Stone Cold Steve Austin. And the kid's only like 9 or 10, and the mother's like, he's super weird already. This is going to make kids not like him.
This is going to just drive it over the line.
They're just, she was super nervous. So he's walking in the Halloween parade, and no one really knows who he is. He's not really getting any reactions. And then the MC doing the Halloween parade is like, and who we have here? That's right, Stone Cold! Stone Cold!
That's awesome.
He's the only person to recognize him, but it was totally worth it.
Nice.
That's beautiful. So, let's see. Let's open some toys.
Yeah.
We'll open some wrestling toys. We'll talk about them briefly.
Oh, and also my son continues to give me 2 sweets every once in a while, and it's become a random thing.
Gonna sue him.
He's gonna get a cease and desist.
He's gonna get a C and D.
So the figures that I love are the WWE or WWF Hasbro figures from '89 to '94. They had done 11 different series. That's what's actually in this case of fallen figures back here. We let Martin touch the case. It did not go well. So this is series 3. It's a little hard to find, but it is popping up. So I don't feel too bad opening these up here. This is the Seth Rollins. What I really do like now is that the new series is coming with bases for the figures. And so those figures...
people like Martin can't knock them over?
Pretty much.
I'll find a way. I'll find a way. I am the Josh Guerra of knocking figures over.
So I really like what they did with the cards. Looks quite identical to what they did back in the 80s, 90s.
Except with these new advertisements for the App Store and Google Play.
Yeah, no, there was no apps back in the day. So
there were, but it was stuff you put in your, you ate.
So this is the Seth Rollins, and what's actually really interesting about this is the jumper style body is a little bit smaller. So I get why they put it on him, but they also put it on the Triple H, and it makes no sense whatsoever. They should have did the Triple H with the AJ body, which we'll get to in a second. The original on these used to be with the jumper body, you'd push down, and the head would stay in place, but the body would go down. So
I like the boots.
Yeah, that was the next thing I was going to say. So when you push down on this one, the boots are actually rubber, so he doesn't slip out from underneath you. He can actually do a pretty good jump when he stays still here. But he actually has a pretty decent jump. So now let's see. So I mean, even the AJ body.
This is a decent face sculpt. It's not bad. By the way, Seth is getting more and more Bruiser Brody like every day. The beard is getting gnarly.
Now he's just gonna start blading for no reason. Got some oatmeal? Hit the blade, brother.
And he's gonna die in a Puerto Rican locker room.
So too soon, bro.
Yeah,
too soon. So we actually watched a video of that here in the arcade, Chris and I, and you just come out of it with just, I hate colognes, I hate Puerto Rican wrestling, I hate it. The whole thing was just awful. So the next one is the Dean Ambrose. I like the taped up fists. I think that's really, really cool. The issue here is that, first off, why wouldn't you give him the AJ body, where the AJ body has something where he can do his dirty deeds?
Exactly.
makes sense, but no, they're not going to do that. None of this line makes sense to me, the body choices.
I don't really like the face mold either. It looks like he's like a chubby baby.
Well, on
Like,
the,
that face mold is terrible.
So, now the other thing about this is that the t-shirt, or the tank top, it's like badly tampoed on.
Yeah.
So where there's not even like a hard line. It's like this foggy looking line.
Yeah.
It's really bad.
It's
just
not good.
really...
Yeah, no, he does look like... He looks like Dean Ambrose after realizing he has a lobster allergy.
Yeah.
Like
no, he's bloated Scott Hall drinking and pill problem for
Dean Ambrose.
He's going to come out and like try to eat a sandwich in the middle of the ring. Literally a sandwich, not code for anything.
Yeah, he's gonna have to hook up with DDP. Start
yeah,
doing
for
yoga.
real.
Why did they give Goldberg?
That makes no sense whatsoever.
Well, I kind of half understand that because of the spear.
I guess yeah.
So he can like go in. So what they say on the back here is that it is, yeah, it says push down Goldberg's torso, launch into a spear. I'll take that.
Okay, here's the thing. Push down Seth's torso, deliver a pedigree. That's not how the pedigree works.
That's not how the pedigree works. That was actually a pretty good little launch. So, all right, now get him up there for the jackhammer.
Yeah.
Pull Dean's arm up, unleash a dirty deeds. That's not how the dirty deeds work.
No, sir. So I'm going to have to post some close-up pictures of this face. This is getting the hashtag Oldberg because the top of the they didn't paint the teeth. So it's all flesh colored, so he looks like he's going, apple shots!
Which is what he should be doing. He shouldn't be in a ring.
Not in a ring. No. He shouldn't be destroying Brock
I
Lesnar.
do like how he has like a shelf butt.
He really does. Yeah, no, this is a good
because
body
type. Because he wears the MMA shorts. It's just badly painted.
It's a good body type, but it's just not made for the figures they put it on so far.
Maintain that anybody who was in a ring during the Attitude Era, whether it's WCW or NWO, should not be allowed in the ring.
Agree.
If you're still wrestling, it's over.
Yeah, I agree.
If you want to help,
except for Goldust.
Yeah. If you want to help in a developmental capacity,
if you want to help in an administrative way by being a secretary.
Yes, that too.
Well, it's why I like Goldust, because he's not afraid to put over younger dudes. He's in there teaching these guys stuff. I'd love to see Dustin Rhodes or Dustin Reynolds, whatever you want to call him, go over to NXT and be a teacher in the NXT plant or whatever the hell they call it. So this is the AJ. It says pull AJ's arm back and hit the phenomenal forearm.
Again, not how that works.
No, nope. So
have the people who made these decisions?
I guess it kind of does because you can
you can forearm. I guess
like that.
I feel like we're stretching here.
Like that. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. I can't even open the old case because I'm afraid all the figures are going to just fall out.
Right, but that's the thing. It's like,
they've both fallen out and not fallen out all at the same time.
But again, it's like that's not what he does. He doesn't go back like this. He goes.
Anyway,
toys.
So this is Series 3. Not a total miss, but not a total hit either. I don't know.
Series 2 seemed like a total miss to me.
Yeah, Series 2 was Attitude Era, guys, and incredibly hard to find. There was the only ones I've gotten so far were Triple H and Hogan. Or I'm sorry, Triple H and Stone Cold, which actually, let's see.
Stone Cold!
So there was the Triple H on the jumper body, again, making no sense. The Austin is the only one that kind of makes sense. Because he's in the position to give
do a stunner. There you go.
And then also to like put a fake beer can in his hand or something. Like it makes sense. The arm makes sense.
Pull back Stone Cold's arm, swing into a stunner. No.
Yeah,
nope.
It's the same thing here. Push down Triple H's torso, deliver a pedigree. So they probably just took this body
because
and
Seth
put it
Rollins
on.
also did the pedigree.
Exactly. And just,
No, very disappointing. Overall, look, it's so disappointing that I still bought it.
Yeah.
So how disappointing?
Because you're a mark, you mark.
A total fucking mark.
Such a mark. Such a mark. His new name is Marky T.
Yeah.
I think we're almost done here. We're just going to do a couple quick plugs for the people. We've had a pretty crazy week this week at 5Alive. We have Ginger Beard, who is now taking care of our Twitter, and that is awesome. He's doing such a great job.
Yeah, thank God.
So definitely get over there.
I have no idea about social media. So.
Yeah, Chris does not know that stuff at all. So, get over there and subscribe. There's going to be a lot of stuff coming up. It's going to clue you in a lot of giveaways and stuff. I think this Saturday we'll be doing a giveaway on our live show. It's going to be a video game. I don't know which one it's going to be. Maybe Cuphead again. I think people really like Cuphead. It's an awesome game. So we'll see. I actually, on Steam, they had Portal 1 and Portal 2 for $2.50. I wanted to buy a copy of it to gift it, but they wouldn't allow you to gift it. That would be awesome to give that away, because that is one of my favorite games of all time.
Take that, drunk baby Dean
So,
Ambrose.
did we also mention the beer? Did you say?
That's going to be coming up next. So the next thing is we had just brewed our beer at the beginning of this week.
I'm partying it up over here.
just take
Go
it
into
all
business for
away.
yourself.
Yeah.
So
he knows I can do it.
beginning of this week, we had brewed our beer at Front Porch Brewing. We had an awesome time. We sat down and talked with the guys. As I'm editing the footage, I have all the footage of them making beer and us talking about beer. I honestly think our video is going to be what we actually sat down at the bar and talked about, which was our normal, what are you listening to, what are you watching? Because we all know what beer looks like when it gets made.
Exactly.
But it's cool to sit down with these guys and see, like, they like more than just beer.
They're
these guys like metal and anime and video gaming, and we actually did get to play some No Mercy.
Yes,
Played a No Mercy Royal Rumble.
It brought it back. I got home and I looked at my, because I have an N64, but it's missing, like, the power cable, and I went, should probably check to see how much a power cable is.
You're gonna have to go head over to Game Exchange and see what they got going on. So one of our subscribers, Mark Seb, he has a channel he's starting up. I believe it was called Classic Gold or Golden Classic. I'll put a link here in the description. He wrote us a new theme song. It's awesome. It's called the 5Alive Boss Battle, and it's going to be our new theme for a couple things. He's going to be writing us a whole bunch of other stuff for our wrestling videos, for our metal videos, all kinds of stuff. He may even appear on the show. He's big into Pokemon, retro gaming, old school wrestling. So
sweet. So you guys can have a conversation about the good old days and how, no latency.
Yeah, and how Super Star Wars was the greatest thing ever made.
Super Return of the Jedi, get it right or pay the price. So
I could totally make this jump in Metroid.
Super Metroid.
Yeah,
I did it a million times
notice,
before.
I just want to let it be known that these guys are always like, oh, we're talking fucking latency. Look who's bringing it up. That's twice in one video.
Dude,
yes, we're bringing it up to burn you with it, you dummy.
Yeah, exactly. There's too much latency in his brain.
That is actually true.
There was someone in my store the other day who mentioned that, and I literally, if I could have rolled my eyes any harder, it would have
You should have, no, see, that's where you fucked up. You should have said, oh, you know what, at 5Alive VP.
Yeah.
And then every time he says more words, at 5Alive VP.
Should've.
At 5Alive VP. Instead, you stupid idiot. You just rolled your eyes and just...
I hard stared him.
He had a latency problem with plugging his own channel.
I hard stared him all the way out the door. And by the way, I have no problem plugging my show because look at the people that are watching.
This is true.
So
this is true.
Go F yourself.
I have a problem
plugging Martin doesn't even like our show.
I really don't.
Martin's mom doesn't even like this show.
No, my mom doesn't like technology. She's a bit of a Luddite.
So, guys, I think we're done here.
I don't share it.
Well, of course you don't, because she's better. I mean,
dude,
Alexa Bliss has so much more talent in her.
All I'm saying is, look who's been champion longer.
Exactly.
Don't say these things in AJ's inner shot. He's so precious.
Alexa has more talent in her little fist of fury than AJ does in his...
More power.
Yeah, that
more
too.
power, at least.
Yeah.
I think Martin's going to fight you now. So with that fight...
Let's go. It's on now.
Put it away. Put it away.
It's on now.
Put it away.
It's on now.
That's a Patreon right there.
Yeah.
Oh my God. You donate $100, I think we get... You get to see Kriza Kakazar and smack Martin right in the face. So, I think with that, we have been 5Alive.
I think I would have to worry her up.
I'm Bobby
Shoot
T.
laser beams out of your eye.
Oh my God. Best video ever.
I'm Martin.
I'm Kriza.
Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Follow us at 5Alive VP on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And check out our Patreon, as we just mentioned, patreon.com/5AliveVP. A lot of cool stuff on there, including playing video games against the three of us.
Yeah, and WWE 2K18 is now on the list because we have it. So.
Exactly. Well, you have it.
Well, we're here enough.
Exactly.
So, remember, you bought it because you like it. That's all that matters.
Oh, now you get the line.
Unless it's Series 2 WWE Retro.
Now you remember the line.
Series 3.